Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a glazed holiday ham. Let's talk about baked ham. It started in Germany after the Greek god Freyr. He was the god of fertility, harvest, and boars. In America, baked ham became a holiday tradition in around the early 1900s, and then 1960 became incredibly popular. And today, a lot of people have this for Christmas or for Easter, and some people have ham actually for Thanksgiving instead of turkey. So our ingredients are this is a 14-pound ham. For the glaze, I'm going to use 3 cups of brown sugar, 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and a full bottle, a 12-ounce bottle of root beer. Now you could use any kind of pop like Coke or Dr. Pepper, but make sure that it's not sugar-free because we want the sugar in this thing. Take this about a 45-degree angle, and I'd say put a cut in here and start in the center and then go both ways. All right, so we got that going. Might have to pull it back a little bit to actually see your cut and make it aligned. And these are about an inch apart, and if some of them are deeper than others, don't worry about it, because all of that glaze is going to sink in there. It's going to be fantastic. Again, start here in the middle on top and let it rock. It'll be easier. You get a little more control over it. Now we're going to put these cloves in, and some of the cloves don't have big heads on them, so don't use those. Now, I've seen people do this. They'll, like here, if you look at this, see, some people put the things right here. Don't do that. And the reason I say that is because when you cook it, it's going to fall out. That should go in the center of the square or the diamond, just like that. We don't want it too big because we're going to cover this up with tin foil. I'm going to put in about 1/4 cup of water because we don't want this getting dry. The whole point of this is not to get this thing dry. And we're going to cook according to the instructions on the ham you got. But typically it's 325 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes per pound. We're going to cook this for about 2 hours. This is a 14-pound ham. We're going to cook it actually 2.8 hours-ish. So we're going to cook it for 2 hours, and then we're going to start doing the glaze on the actual ham. We want to seal this in. You don't want to put more water in that because you don't want to braise it. You don't want to boil it. You just want to steam it. So we're going to put this in the oven now for 2 hours, and in about an hour and 45 minutes, we're going to start our glaze, which is very simple to make. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes. All right, for the glaze, we're going to start with 3 cups of light brown sugar. There's about 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard. Put in about 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 12-ounce bottle of root beer, and then we're going to put this on medium-low. We're going to stir it for about 15 or 20 minutes, and that should do it. Oh, and if you leave it on there too long, this is what happens. We've been 2 full hours at 325. Now this is probably going to look a little pale. That's okay. Look at that. That looks nice. So we want it kind of thin, and it is. Oh, this is looking good. Look at that. We're going to do this at least 3 times. We may do it 4 times, then we're going to put it back in the oven, and we're going to have about a little more than 10 minutes, probably 15 minutes in between. It's been 15 minutes. Time to put our second baste on it. Glaze this one another time. Some people say take this out of the oven. Look, there's nothing wrong with doing it just like this. You're going to lose a little heat out of the oven. That's all right. It'll be right back. Now, I'll tell you what we may have to do, and this is all close to being done, is we may go ahead and put the broiler on just to put a little brown to it. It's been another 15 minutes, and we're ready to put our 3rd round of glaze on here. It looks good. It's been under the broiler for about 10 minutes. But you know what? You got to char it up just a little bit. There we go. That looks fantastic.
We should have Christmas background music for this video.
I'll sing it in.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the air, snow is glistening. A beautiful song, sing along, walking in a winter wonderland.
There we go.
How's that?
Bravo!
This is the glazed holiday ham. We're going to drizzle a little bit of the glaze on it. Let's just see what this is like here. Oh, look at that. All right, I'm going to try a taste of this. It's moist. The ham tastes great. The glaze is fantastic. Got a little tang to it. You can taste a little bit of the clove near the top.
Our turn. Cheers. Oh. This is really good. This
Worth the wait.
I love my job. It's like got really robust flavor.
It's got flavor, that's for sure. You want to
It's got like a lot of different flavors in there.
It's great. Listen, if you enjoyed our video, please subscribe. And thanks a lot for coming to Lawyer in the Kitchen. I'll see you next time.